What if I told you that color is a lie? Color is not merely something you see, it's a whole belief system. The worst part? I'm not kidding. This concept is taken very seriously in philosophy and cognitive science. Being an artist, I was shocked when I first came by this theory. Color is supposed to be objective. A lemon is yellow, a stop sign is red, traffic lights work, end of story. Or so we thought. Turns out color doesn't actually exist out there the way we think it does. I hate to do this to you, but let's get into some basic science to understand this. Objects don't have color. Basically, they reflect certain wavelengths of light. Our eyes receive the information while our brain translates it. Somewhere in that process, a private experience is created. The feeling of that color lives in your head. When you were learning colors as a kid and they pointed at a banana and said, "This is yellow," your brain locked that sensation to a word, even if what they saw was different as compared to what you saw. If my internal yellow is your internal red, everything would still function perfectly. We'd agree upon bananas, highlighters, and smiley faces. Language would never expose the difference. This idea is sometimes called the inverted spectrum, and it is one of those thoughts that sound fake until you realize no one has disproven it. Color is personal. We like to think that perception is shared, but it might not be. Even biologically, people probably don't see color the same way. Some people have more cones in their eyes, and some are colorblind. Some see subtle shades that others miss. Some languages literally don't even separate colors the way English does. In Japanese, the word ao once meant both blue and green, and yet we talk about color as if it's universal. Colors represent emotions. Yellow is cheerful, red is angry, blue is sad, green is calm. But if you think about it, these aren't natural laws. They are more like agreements, universal agreements. Even in different cultures, meanings of color can be different. White is seen as purity in some cultures, while it's seen as mourning in others. Red has several contradicting meanings too, like danger and love. We might also feel colors differently. Memory plays a huge role in this. Take yellow. For one person, it's the color of school buses, exams, and that low level anxiety of being late. For someone else, it's summer, afternoons, mango juice, a room with windows open. Different memories related to that color, or at least the sensation of that color. Same word, same wavelength, completely different feeling, different reaction. We may never fully know how another person experiences this world. It is a strange kind of isolation. We use shared language to get close, but there's always a gap between what I feel and what you understand. Color just happens to be the perfect metaphor for that gap. Maybe besides all this discomfort, there is peace because there's privacy. Some things are meant to be held, not translated. Maybe that's the point. Maybe none of it matters. The fact that my yellow might be your red. What matters is that we look at the same sunset, the same moon, the same stars, the same you and the same me. There is softness, experiences, and silent agreements in these moments. Even if we are seeing something differently, our feelings could sync. Honestly, I kind of like the idea of everyone walking around in their own versions of reality. We are all quietly translating it all into shared words, just hoping we land close enough. If that's true, then color is not just light, it's trust. Artists have always had something science struggles to measure: intuition, the same intuition that told us that color is unstable. We don't mix pigments to match reality, we mix them to match experience. Van Gogh's yellows aren't botanically accurate, but they hold emotion. Rothko's color fields don't depict anything at all, yet people have cried in front of them. Philosophy argues that color is relational, that it has no fixed existence on its own, but emerges only in relation to other colors, light, and perception. And artists have already accepted that. Yellow is never just yellow, it's yellow next to something, yellow under a certain light, or even the yellow that makes you light up inside. Museums work because we agree to stand in front of the same object and feel different things, without always needing to resolve the difference between thoughts. Art doesn't require your yellow to match mine, only that it does something to you. That's where the magic lies. In that sense, artists are translators, rather owners of private perception. Why artists clogged this before scientists? Art never promised objectivity. Artists work directly based off perception, symbolism, thought, and emotional truth, not just physical accuracy. Art is proof why reality isn't collapsing because perception differs. What I'm trying to say is somewhere between my yellow and your red lies a truth we may never know of. But if it's any consolation, at least we can watch the sunset together.